Welcome back viewers. In today's video, we are going to do the installation of Debian book on LXD desktop. So let us start. Let us create the virtual machine. Use the Debian testing template. So we have seen the graphical install method. The install method is also there. Then in advanced options, we have seen the graphical expert install method. Then we have seen the expert install method. So now one method is pending is the automated install. So we can go with the automated install using graphical method, and there is automated install using the ncurses library. So we have seen the expert install where the graphical interface was there, but it was kind of oldish and very bare bones graphical interface was there. So if you use the graphical expert or the graphical rescue mode, it is a rich interface, whereas if you use the expert install or the automated install, then the we can say the interface will not be rich like in the graphical way. So we can use any of this. So if you want, we can go with this or this. Let us first go with the graphical automated install. Let us see what is there in store for us. So in the automated install, it will use some script. So that is a specification script or a pre-configuration script. So you must have your specification or the specification or the pre-configuration script ready with you when you start the installation. And if you don't have the specification script, then it will fall back to the specification script created by the Debian developers. So we don't have the specification script right now. So you have to give the location of the specification script here. So you can also have the specification script on some server. Then you have to give the server address. You can see it here. You can even give the IP address. You can specify the floppy location. You can specify the file location on the local or the network can say network location. So if you don't have the initial pre-configuration file with you, you have to leave this location field blank, and you have to hit the continue button. Choose the language, location, keyboard format. You will have the root password. Create the user password. You can use any of the guided partitioning methods, or you can go to manual. Let us try out the guided partitioning method. So we will go with the default choice that is given with 25.8 GB of the root partition with extended for file system and 1 GB of the swap partition using the MS-DOS partition system. So we will just stick with this, and we will confirm finish partitioning and write changes to the disk. And just wait for the installation. So what it will do exactly, it will go and pick the pre-configuration file from either the server, or it will, since this is a DVD that we are using, DVD ISO that we are using for the installation, the pre-configuration file will be already there on the DVD. So it will take from the DVD, and if it is not there, if you use the network mirrors, then it will fetch the latest configuration file from the networks. So both options are there, and your Debian installation is going to be successful. You need not worry. But whenever you try this method, automated install, you should have a pre-configuration file available with you. You can experiment with the pre-configurations file. So maybe we can do that. We can take the Debian pre-configuration file, default file, and then we can do the changes to the pre-configuration file by ourselves. If you can add some more softwares, you can remove the softwares from the pre-configuration file, and then you can use that pre-configuration file in an automated install. So that installation will be successful. So now we have to just wait for the installation to complete. Okay, so now you need to create you need to make the newly installed system bootable by installing the grub bootloader on the bootable device. The usual way to do this to install grub to your primary drive, that is the UEFI partition or boot record. You may install grub to different drive or to a removable device. So you should give the name of the device where you want to install your uh, boot record or the grub to the boot record. So what we will do is device for the bootloader install. So we can write dev VDA1. So it is installing the grub to the dev VDA1. VDA1 is our virtual hard disk. So it will install it to the hard disk, and the default pre-configuration file of Debian uses the gnome desktop as the standard desktop. So if you remember in earlier installations during the task selection, that is the selection of the desktop, the gnome desktop is always default selected. So we didn't have the pre-configuration file prepared by ourselves, so we use the Debian pre-configuration file which will install the Debian desktop. So it is automated process, you have to do nothing. It will not ask you for the install selection of the desktop. It will just go and install the gnome desktop. Only you have to create the usernames, select the local, keyboard layout, and the what we say keyboard layout, root user keyboard layout, and the region and the region you have to set. That's it. After the installation is complete, and when we will boot into the gnome desktop, your desktop will look something like this. It is a standard gnome pre-configuration desktop. So they have made some pre-configuration file for each of the desktop. So if you don't use your own pre-configuration file in the graphical automated install, it will use the Debian pre-installation script, and the gnome is the standard pre-configured desktop. So if you don't choose any desktop, gnome desktop is going to get installed. So this is how, these are the all applications that will be there, except few of them which I have installed. This is I am giving you a preview of my desktop. It is also standard Debian gnome bookworm desktop. So only this HP utilities, CamTK antivirus, Reaper is installed by me. The rest all of the applications are standard in Debian pre-configured list, so they will all be installed by default. Only 3-4 applications, the OBS Studio, Virtual Machine Manager, gnome boxes. So that gnome boxes, yes, gnome box is also an OBS Studio shortcut. This is all installed by me. Only Office, so the LibreOffice is installed by default, but I have removed the LibreOffice, but I have used only Office. I have shifted over to only Office because the formatting of the documents is better in only Office as compared to LibreOffice, and the user interface is also better in only Office. So that's it. And the NVIDIA also, you will have to install it by yourself, and variety wallpaper manager. Rest all the things are default gnome only for the Debian bookworm. So with this I will stop the video here. In the next video we will be checking out some other things. Maybe we will start with a new Linux distribution. Let us see what to do. So see you in the next video. Bye.